Have you ever wanted to give your very best to someone you deeply love and respect? In the Bible, there's an inspiring story about a king who poured his heart into doing one of the most important things, not for another person, but to honor God. His name was Solomon, and what he built would become one of the most beautiful and meaningful places in Israel's history, Solomon's Temple. Let's step into the story of a king who gave his absolute best to honor the Lord. Solomon was the son of King David, the great warrior and poet who loved God deeply. David had once dreamed of building a house for the Lord, a permanent place where people could worship God. But God had a different plan. He told David that it wouldn't be him, but his son Solomon, who would build the temple. When Solomon became king, he didn't waste time. He began preparing for this great work. He knew the temple had to be special, not because God needed a fancy building to live in, but because it would show how much the people honored him. Solomon called for the best materials: cedar wood from Lebanon, pure gold, silver, bronze, and the finest stones. He brought in skilled craftsmen, stone cutters, metal workers, and carpenters, people who were masters of their work. It took 7 years to complete the temple, and it was magnificent. The walls inside were covered with gold, beautiful carvings of palm trees, flowers, and cherubim. Angel-like beings decorated the temple. 2 massive bronze pillars stood at the entrance. The most holy place, the inner room, was where the Ark of the Covenant was placed, a sacred chest that reminded Israel of God's promises. When everything was finished, Solomon gathered the leaders of Israel. The priests carried the ark into the temple. And then, something amazing happened. A cloud filled the temple, and the glory of the Lord was so powerful that the priests couldn't even stand to minister. It was clear God was with them. Solomon then prayed. He didn't boast about what he had built. Instead, he humbly asked God to hear the prayers of anyone, Israelite or foreigner, who came to this temple seeking him. He wanted the temple to be a place of worship, repentance, and hope. Solomon's temple teaches us something powerful. When we do something for God, we should do it with excellence, not to show off, but to honor him. It also reminds us that God doesn't just live in buildings. He listens to humble hearts. Solomon gave his best, and he welcomed anyone who wanted to seek the Lord. Today, we may not build temples, but we can give our best to God in the way we live, work, and love others. That's what true excellence for God looks like. Thanks for listening to this story. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more Bible stories told simply and clearly. See you in the next one.